Many devices and strange sizes. How can you ensure your website looks great on every device? Introducing responsive website design. Upgrade to responsive website design today, and give your customers the best online experience possible. With responsive design, your website automatically adjusts to the screen size of the device it's being viewed on. No more zooming in and out, or scrolling left and right. Your website will always look great, no matter the device. Get a free consultation. Contact us today at Mainstream Digicom.
We're told that success is all.
Need an efficient web design strategy, search engine optimization, paid search engine marketing, or even social media marketing services. At JavaLogic, we make your website work for you by getting dream customers who are asking for your services. We'll find the best keyword combinations for your business so you can rank higher in the search engines when potential customers are ready to buy. We'll create and optimize your current website so that it is beautiful, easy to navigate. So when your dream customers visit, you'll want to come back again and again.
Peace, I'm Farah Hamid Freeman, founder and director of the OFC. We're also known as the One Full Circle Melanated Community Resource Hub and Network, founded October 2011. I'm honored for this opportunity to introduce you all to the OFC, but more importantly, I'm excited for what this OFC BNI collaboration will economically do for your business, your family, and our community. The OFC is dedicated to bridging the gap between the French and the English-speaking melanated community, and to empowering the community by providing culturally adapted resources and support. But the power of the OFC is in our network. We serve a community of over 16,000 members. Our members consist of entrepreneurs and business owners, as well as individuals and families. All members are committed to supporting each other in order to create a solid economic foundation for ourselves and our future generations. Within the OFC, we understand that by supporting your business, your company will expand and will eventually create employment opportunities for our youth. Our model is simple. Members come to us for products and services, and we refer them to you. At the end of the day, we may have amazing products and services, but we need access to clients willing to spend money in our businesses in order for us to thrive. This collaboration is doing exactly that and more. Being accepted as a member of an OFC BNI chapter means that you will benefit from the powerful business-to-business networking and coaching from BNI, in addition to the constant flow of clients and support from the OFC. Like BNI says, we are stronger together. But don't take my word for it. Get involved and experience the benefits for yourself. If this opportunity is right for you, let me be the first to welcome you to the OFC community and to the BNI family. To get started with the OFC, simply sign up at ofccommunity.com. Our member success representatives are ready to be at your service. In the meantime, please remember to think of us first for all your community and business needs. Thank you again for your time and enjoy the rest of the presentation.
All right. Let me pause this. That's talking in the background here. Stop this. All right. Peace, everybody. Thank you for being here. If you're in the position to do so, please turn on your camera so we could see each other. I am Farah Hamid Freeman, founder and director of the OFC. So first, like we always do, I am grateful to life. I'm grateful to God, our creator, and I'm grateful to the ancestors for creating this time for us to be able to get together. And I just ask that the time that we spend together this evening, let it be very fun, let it be uplifting, and let it be empowering to each and every one of our guests, our business owners, and heads of organizations who are present here this evening. So as you guys just seen this quick little clip, and we're right on time, so this is great. I will give you guys just a quick little background so you guys understand why you're here, when, what to expect for this evening. So as you guys have just seen that and the last quick little clip. So the OFC, our community and business team meetings came because of this relationship and this partnership that we created with BNI. So for those who don't know BNI, they are a business network, a very robust and very solid business network. And our goal with the community and business team meetings were to not be that, because we are a community organization first, but is to support businesses who might want to become BNI members to get you what we call BNI ready. But for those who do not want, you're in a space now where we could build together as a community, we could support each other as a community, we could build organically. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Sorry, I'm hearing an echo. Okay, cool. So we can build, together organically, and that's really why we're here. It's really bring that sense of community, that sense of kind of that old school vibe where we could just build together in a less formal type of setting. Okay, and the goal here is to be comfortable, be yourself. There's no wrong answers, but we are here to network. So what to expect for this evening? So first off, we do a quick little tour on the tab. And let me say it right from the beginning. Our meetings are bilingual, English and French. Fait que nos rencontres sont complètement bilingues. Fait que gênez-vous pas. Exprimez-vous dans la langue de votre choix. So please don't be shy. Express yourself in the language of your choice. And if necessary, we will translate for those who might not be able, if you're speaking French, we'll translate in English, vice versa, if necessary. Fait qu'encore, s'il vous plaît, gênez-vous pas. L'objectif, c'est que tout le monde soit à l'aise et confortable. So the goal is just to make sure everybody is comfortable and feels at home here. So we're going to do a round table. So first off, round table, we invite our affiliates. Our affiliates are partners of the OFC. They will introduce themselves, let you guys know who they are and what they do and how they could be of service to you all in terms of members of the community and our guests. Though some of the affiliates aren't present, so you guys saw two little commercials that played at the beginning of our clip. Those are some of the affiliates within the community, so that's some of the advantages. If ever you can't be present and you're affiliate, we can create little ads for you and run them for you. So we'll have our affiliates introduced, and then we will open up the floor and we will have each person introduce themselves as well. Now, when you're introducing yourself, you have about, let's say 90 seconds or so. Who are you? What do you do? Any challenges that you might be facing. That's a big one, because we are here to support each other as a community. So as you're building, if you're facing any challenges, you're working on something, you have a question about something, please do not hesitate. Throw it in there. That's no problem. Throw it in there. So we're here so that we're aware of it. And again, if we have any suggestions, if anybody within the space has any ideas, suggestions, they're welcome to share. And this is how we build and support each other as a community. Once we're done our round tables, we will cede the floor to our featured guest. Today is Dr. Joan. She's also affiliate, but she's not going to speak at the beginning. She's only going to speak at the end. So she will be, we'll give her the floor and we will deep dive with her. She's going to be presenting herself, what she does, talk about her program, and we're going to have some question and answer period so everybody can get a better idea and an understanding of what she is doing. Also, so the meetings are recorded. We will load them up onto YouTube after the fact. When you're introducing yourself, please make it a point to say your contact information. So if anybody is listening after the fact and they do not have access to the chat, they will be able to reconnect with you if you're offering a product or service that is of interest to them. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Product and service interest. Did I already tell you guys to put your contact information in the chat? I don't think I did. Oh, I did? All right, cool. I'm reiterating it one more time. If you haven't done it yet, please make it a point to add your contact info in the chat here. Again, we are here to connect. We are here to network. I think that's it. If I've forgot anything, I'll just randomly interject it as the meeting is going on. So that's just how I get down. All right. So with no further ado, I would like to start. So now we have an affiliate with us. She can't turn on her camera, but I'm hoping she can introduce herself. And it is our lawyer. One of the lawyers within our network, Sister Mireille Nana. Bonjour Mireille, est-ce que tu es disponible pour te présenter?
Bonjour, bonsoir tout le monde. Hello everybody. Really sorry, I cannot open my camera this evening. I'm really sorry for that. My name is Mireille Nana. I'm a lawyer in Montreal. I'm a business lawyer. So I work a lot with company and non-profit organization too. So I won't be really long, but I don't know if after that you have any question. I would be more than happy to answer. So Good evening, everybody.
Thank you, sister. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. And Miguel is a member of our board of directors, so we appreciate her. And she is super helpful. She is, anytime you guys have questions with your business, she is a person. She is super busy. Do not underestimate that, but she will always make a time to respond to members. So thank you, Miguel, for what you do for the community. We appreciate you. All right. So let me see. And Inga O, obviously Inga O is part of our team. So she is here to introduce Grand Rise and welcome.
Hey,
Inga.
yes, yes. Thank you very much. Yes, Inga O, you should know, that's my tagline. Basically, I am here to be member facilitator and engagement with the members. So I did put the email, ofcwecare@gmail.com in the chat box. If you need anything or you have any questions or anything that arises, feel free to reach out and say hello even. That's fine too. And some of you I've called and I'll be making my rounds, but you know, there's a lot of us and there's one of me. So
Thank you, Iga. We appreciate you and thank you for being here. And so I forgot to mention at the beginning, like I said, I'm going to be interjecting things as I remember, but this is our second meeting. So every Tuesday we have 2 meetings. We have a morning meeting for those early birds that starts at 7 a.m. Eastern time. I guess it would be 5 a.m. Mountain time or even 4 a.m. if you're in BC. So that's really early. So that's we have the early birds, and then now we have the night meetings to accommodate the members within the evening and to make it easier for us to build bonds and bridges between our members out in the West Coast. All right, so it's really cool because we are a global network, so we have members all over the world. Right now, we're blessed to have members right now from different parts of Canada. So that's really cool. Awesome. So just letting you guys know. So in case you're wondering why, because Inga's on in the morning and in the night, and so am I. So yeah, it's just what you're getting, guys. I've been up since like yesterday. All right, let's keep it moving. All right.
we tired, but we do it for you.
I love what I do. This is really what it is. It's about building with our community. So this is awesome. Yeah. Okay. So I think we're down to affiliates. So now I want to dive into the businesses within the community as I see them. Brother Paul Wallace, thank you for being here. The floor is yours. Oh, I remembered another thing right now. So as we each have about 90 seconds or so, I have a timer here. Once it starts getting past the 90 seconds, I do start flaring my hands across the screen. I haven't figured out a better way yet. So you guys, when you start seeing stuff like this, it's because you've exhausted your 90 seconds. All right, cool. All right, Paul, floor is yours.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm honored to be here. My name is Paul Wallace. The services that I offer to the community is a holistic health assessment. So we do bioscans, reading of the body, things like that to get to a true reading on where your state of health is just by the doctrine of signatures on your body. What does that mean? Well, book an appointment and you'll find out. You can reach me at https://wellness@gmail.com. My phone number is 514-518-7890. And of course, we carry licensed natural products. So I'm open for consulting and health consulting also. That's it.
Amazing. Thank you, Paul. I like to give Paul an extra plug because he also works very closely with us on our holistic healing retreat and campground. So for those who do not know, the OFC, we have a healing retreat and campground here in Quebec. We're working on setting up more. We would like to set up one in Alberta as well as one in Ontario. But Paul is one of our health specialists that connects with our people because our goal is to come with alternative healing methods. So Paul, we appreciate you and thank you for what you do in the community.
Thank you.
All right, let's keep it moving. All right, Shiata, the floor is yours. Welcome. Thanks for having you here. Thanks.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. Yes, so my name is Shiata Lewis Rouse, and I am presently the artistic director for West Can Folk Performing Company. We're a nonprofit organization based in Montreal, been around for over 45 years, and we promote Caribbean folk culture through dancing, storytelling, singing, and drumming. So we have interactive dance and drum and storytelling workshops, as well as classes for youth and seniors and exercise classes for adults. Presently this summer, we have a really exciting program. It's called Ancestors Gifts. And it's for teens between the age of 12 and 19 who would like to learn about, interested in music and like to learn about traditional drumming from the Caribbean and from West Africa. So it's really exciting. We're looking forward to having like a lot of children just playing rhythms and having beautiful drum circles and having them connect and learn something new, something that helps them to stand out from amongst their peers. So if you know anyone, send them our way.
Awesome.
westcanfolk.com.
Perfect. All right, and thank you, Shai. And so your call to, do you have a call to action or a challenge? I forgot to ask Paul that before as well. Any challenges or anything
Yeah,
you
so
need help with?
we need youth.
Okay, good.
We need the youth. We need them to come. I mean, 12 to 19, usually in the summertime, they're not really interested in summer camp, but this is not a camp. These are workshops that will be offered during the day and in the evening. So it gives them something to do. If they're not employed, or even if they are employed, they could slide it into their schedule. So it's really flexible. So we need
Amazing.
the youth. We need youth.
Good. Thank you, Shai. And Shai's also my wife. I like to plug that all the time. Glad to have you here, babe. Okay, next. Okay, and actually I just got a note, so I'll let you guys know. So another cool thing about our meetings, different than other networking meetings, we don't force you to, you don't have to say stuff. You're welcome to be here as a guest. We have members of the community who are students, professionals. They're just here to hear what's going on within the community. They're here to connect and just hear what's new and exciting. So you are welcome to do that as well. I'll just, when I call on you, if you can't communicate, just let me know. And some people have been messaging me, so I did get those messages for those who aren't in a position to communicate. But just so you guys know, again, it's a little different than regular business meetings. We don't force you to speak if you don't want to, but it's in your advantage to speak if you have something to promote. Don't be shy. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Next, as I go across my screen. All right. Now I think I'm done with our active member. All right, brother Kwame. Peace, my brother. Is somebody still here? Let me see. Okay, and sorry if you I'm not catching all the messages at the same time. Okay, good. All right. So Kwame, if you're in a position to speak, you could do so. If not, I will go to the next. Okay, cool. Let's keep moving across my screen. Sister Janelle, welcome, Queen. Glad to have you here with us.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. I am Janielle Taylor, and I'm a registered psychotherapist qualifying and a certified clinical trauma specialist. So I work for a group practice as well as I have my own private practice, which is called Lovell Place Psychotherapy, which is Lovell. And I support women who are struggling, and men too, who are struggling with the effects of childhood trauma. I'm also a trained life coach. I've done career and life coaching, but I'm transitioning into trauma coaching as well. A project that I'm working on is launching a podcast, which is causing me all kinds of angst, but I'm pushing through. And that podcast would also be serving Christian women of color who would be struggling with the effects of childhood trauma as well. And challenges before being introduced to this group, I think my biggest challenge was just having a space where people look like me, who can understand my story, where I don't have to over-explain in order to be understood. So I really appreciate this space. Hearing what everyone else is doing as well gives me momentum and motivation to continue in my journey. So great to be here.
Awesome. Thank you. And we're glad to be able to provide the space, and we're glad to have you with us. Good. I think you really enjoyed tonight too. So that's great. All right. Next, brother Kevin Kotang.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Hope you all are doing good. Thank you for having me. Thanks for the invite, brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So I'm an engineer, civil engineer by trade. Worked for a company for 10 years, and now I'm starting my own firm. So pretty excited about that. Difficult, yes, but overall, I think it's going to be better for me. One of the reasons why I ended up leaving the company that I was with was I just ended up getting into a lot of situations where there was a lot of jealousy, and I'm not going to say racism, but let's say a lot of stereotyping. And I just got tired of being the one Black person fighting 500 and dealing with that. So decided, you know what, I'll start my own firm, I'll create my own culture, and then I'll be able to help myself and hopefully help my other brothers and sisters that are kind of going through the same thing. So yeah, that's my story for now.
That
Just
is
the
beautiful,
beginning.
brother. How can we help you? Is there anything we could do to help promote, support, get you the visibility? How can we help?
Well, I'm definitely going to come to the community soon for hiring because things are going well. So
Nice.
soon.
Perfect. Okay, just know that we are here at your service. And I forgot, Sister Janelle, sorry. Janelle?
It's Jenny L. Jenny and an L.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Please make it a
Yeah.
point to connect with Inga O because there's a guy that works within the network that helps people with the developments of their podcast. So if that could help.
Oh,
And I'd love to
okay.
connect you with this sister named Alvina Ryan. I think you and her would connect very well together as well.
Okay, thank you.
Ah, my pleasure. All right. Brother Randy, glad to have you here.
Hey man, I appreciate you inviting me over here, man. Very much appreciated. Just quickly, Kevin, is he based in Calgary?
Yeah. Oh, you know, people. I should have people introduce where they are because right now we're all over the place. Kevin, Kevin's out here.
Oh, okay. All right, no worries. Anyway, so my name is Randy Kwanzaa. I'm the president and co-host of a show for kids that teaches kids about a variety of different social issues, ranging from Black history to Kwanzaa to Orange Shirt Day to all of that good stuff. It can be found across a couple of different platforms on Canoodle Television, Sensible Television, Telus Optics, Black Oak TV, and YouTube as well. Right now, we're just looking to increase our visibility and, of course, increase funding for us to continue to create this kind of content for our kids and to influence our kids and our parents and guardians in a positive way. So if that is you, please do connect with me. Even if it's not you, please connect with me regardless. I'd love to help out in any way I can. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, Randy. So you
Amazing.
did plug your handles, right? Okay, yeah, because the show is exceptional, guys, and this is a platform that we should all be supporting. Even if you might have children yourself or you have nieces, nephews, whatever be the case, let's help to make Randy's show one of the best on the planet. Because he's part of our community, so we want to help him build. Thank you for what you're doing, brother.
Randy, I just wanted to say there is a Kevin in Calgary, but that's not him. So you're right. We met up on the last time.
My background is actually in HR, and I used to work with an engineering firm, so that's why if he was on here, I have like.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he can help to make it rain, Kevin. Hey, it's right across the country. It's no big deal. Like we can make it work, and I got to go out there too, Kevin. So if you need to, we can make that happen.
Let's do it.
Great. Next, Sister Elizabeth Cantave. Oh, are you on mute?
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Hi, everybody. I'm Elisabeth Cantave.
Oh, Cantave, bonjour.
Bonjour, vous allez bien?
Oui, merci beaucoup.
Actually, thank you so much for this. I didn't know what to expect, coming in tonight. And it's very, I do appreciate everything that I heard, the way it went. I'm going to do it in French, if it's okay with everybody.
No problem at all. And if needed, I will translate. You guys just put up first, don't speak too fast.
I can do it in both languages.
Yeah,
only
okay, great.
Somebody.
Let's go. We'll have fun with it. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm a financial security advisor and a group saving representative. I'm building my own firm also. And my purpose is really to help young families with children and pushing on the community. So right now I'm looking for, like I said, young family, but also people who want to build business. Let's say they're not sure they want to change career. I'm also looking for people who wants to go for business for themselves. Okay, so
Tu peux dire en français aussi, juste encore.
Oui, je suis conseillère en sécurité financière et représentante en épargne collective. En fait, je suis en train de bâtir mon entreprise, puis j'aide les gens avec leurs finances à comprendre comment l'argent travaille, Puis, je recherche vraiment à travailler avec des familles, avec des jeunes enfants et également des gens qui cherchent à bâtir peut-être une entreprise qui va leur ramener des revenus résiduels. Donc, mon nom est Elisabeth Cantave. Mon numéro de téléphone est le 514-863-4244. So my phone number is 514-863-4244. And if you need me, contact me.
Amazing. Thank you, Queen. Thank you for being here with us today. Merci beaucoup. All right. Brother Chris, he had mentioned he had to step away. I'm not sure if he was back yet. When you do come back, Brother Chris, are you on now? If not, then I'll go to the next. I did get your message. I'm not sure if you're back yet. Okay, cool. Sister Anode, are you here? Do you want to say what's up to the community? Okay, you could just be listening to.
Oui, bonjour. Hi everyone. Bonjour, comment ça va? So how you doing, guys? So I'm just here, to listen with you guys. I'm a mother professional trying to work with the community to do better. So I'm here tonight with you and enjoy the moment.
Thank you. Thank you for being here with us. And I have to say, Anode also helps to volunteer at our retreat. With the development of the retreat, helps with programming and a bunch of support on the back end. So we appreciate you, Anode. Merci. Sister Carlene.
Bonjour tout le monde, moi c'est Carline, alors je suis ici pour entendre qu'est-ce qui se passe dans la communauté. Je suis très heureuse d'entendre tout ce que tout le monde a à dire. It's wonderful. Je suis contente d'être ici avec vous, Dr. John. I can't wait to hear from you. So I'm specifically here to hear you because this morning I was in that meeting. So welcome everyone, and I'm really, really happy to hear from you all. Take care.
Thank you, Sister Carlene. We appreciate you as well. And Carlene is also she helps with our bookkeeping and stuff like that as well, with our retreat. And she's an awesome asset. Everybody needs a Carlene in their community organization. Thank you, sister. All right, next, Brother Brandon.
Good night or good evening, everybody. My name is Brandon, and I'm based in Montreal. I apologize for having my camera off, but I'm taking this call from bed because it is minutes to 10. So please excuse me for that. I'm an entrepreneur. I have a yoga retail company called Grove Campus. And so we retail yoga products like yoga mats and props and other things of that nature. We are also a big fan of people gathering and practicing together. So we have a yoga yoga festival. We have our yoga festival coming up July 8th in Montreal. So if you are a yoga enthusiast or know anybody, please let them know. And yeah, that's about that. My phone number is 514-805-5827.
And that any challenges, anything you need help with, or is it just to promote, let people come out
I guess
on the 8th?
promote the event.
Got it.
And also just really was curious and interested in knowing more about tonight's meeting and learning all about the healing and stuff like that. So that really caught my attention. So
Amazing.
Thank you so much for the invite, and yeah, looking forward to hearing more.
Awesome. Okay, I think Brother Crest, you are back. Would you like to introduce yourself? Let the community know who you are, what you do.
Okay, hi everyone. Sorry, my light is terrible in my room, so there's no point in even the room has no point in turning on the camera.
No problem.
But good evening, everyone. I'd like to give thanks to the brother for inviting me tonight. Apologies, I was late. I got the message late, but yeah, I'm glad to be around the community. Myself, I'm actually in commercial real estate, and what I do, I help people. I build wealth by helping people build wealth. So I'm also one of the founding members of the reactivated UNIA division in Toronto. So I'm not sure if some of the brothers and sisters in Montreal would know the UNIA division in Montreal. So Canada has a huge, Montreal and Toronto specifically, and Nova Scotia. So I'll say Canada in general has a very great history, or our story, in the UNIA. So this is where I started the wealth movement, wealth building movement in collaboration, contribution to rebuilding the vision of His Excellence, the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey.
Amazing. And thank you for what you're doing, because UNIA is a very powerful and much needed organization. So thank you for helping with the reactivation of it. So definitely, and you and I we talk, so I know the hard work that you do. Is there can you share your contact info, and do you have a call to action for us, or anything that we could be of support?
Well, definitely, I will put my contact in the chat. Also, well, as I'm starting this wealth building movement, definitely just to be able to connect with ones and ones, see if there's a fit, and if we can basically build wealth together and for the community.
Beautiful. Okay. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for being here. We appreciate having you, and looking forward to connecting and building with you. So definitely please share your contact info, and it's our pleasure again to just continue to share for you. All right.
Asante.
Blessings, King. Did everybody who wanted to speak have an opportunity to do so? Okay, cool. I think so. So I will just introduce myself real quick and let you guys know a couple of quick little nuggets, and then we will have Dr. Joan take the floor. So as you guys know, obviously at this point, I'm Faro. I'm the founder and director of the OFC. Really proud to be here and glad to be at service of the community. I like to always reiterate the fact that we are very large. We're technically a super hub. So we're a very large community resource and network. We have a very robust business network, but we are not a business network. We are a community first. All right. I'd like to remind everybody of that. So everybody's welcome to be here, from youth, students, seniors. We are here at the service of the community. And as people come to us, we refer them to other members of the community. Our claim to fame is really everybody who comes to be a part of the OFC is because you see the value in coming together and building together to establish a solid foundation for our future generation. We are also very proud to be a melanated community network. So it's important to understand everybody has melanin. So we're a very inclusive network. We're predominantly a network of more melanin dominant members, but at the same time, everybody's welcome to be here. And it's important that everybody feels welcome when you join to be a part of the OFC. We do have specific programs that are exclusive to the Black members of the community, because we have gone to certain things that do merit certain safe spaces, certain spaces where men could discuss as men, women could discuss as women within their spaces. So we do have some exclusive programs, because that is one of our mandates, is to make sure that we are creating inclusivity and creating spaces for the Black community. But it's just important that everyone understands that, we're a melanated network. I mentioned it a little bit before. We do have a healing retreat and campground that's available to the community, where we host a bunch of different healing events and activities. We're really excited because we're doing some renovations on the grounds this year. We've collaborated with When the Village Meditates and with WestCan to be able to offer more meditation workshops and more culturally adapted workshops on the grounds. But the whole purpose of having the grounds is to help everybody to reconnect with themselves and to reconnect with the planet. So that's why we have the retreat, and we're glad to have it, and we're looking forward to being able to expand and bring them all over the world. Other quick things that we offer to the community is we have a radio show and podcast. You guys could check it out. It's on all platforms. It is the Empower Hour. I think it's easier to find it when you put in OFC Empower Hour. And it's a platform that we created for you all in terms of members of the community. When you need visibility, you come through, we interview you either in the studio or over Zoom, and we air it. This week we had Dr. Jones on, so it's gonna be awesome, you guys. You're definitely going to tune in. It plays on FM radio here in Montreal, so it's 90.3 FM. But like I said, it's also available on all platforms, or you could also go to ckut.ca at ckt.ca, and you could go to the archives and you could hear all our past episodes and hear all my shenanigans because I talk all kind of stuff. So that is that in terms of our podcast. I feel there's one more cool thing that we have for you guys as members. Oh yes, it's our community directory. So basically just go ofclink.com, and that is our community directory. That's where we list the members of the community, where you can connect with each other. If you're looking for different products, different services, that's where you could connect to. I feel there's one more important thing I wanted to say before I transition out. Right, joining the community. That's the main part there. So anybody who is interested in becoming a member of the OFC, it's very simple. So within the community, we have a community commitment. That's the first point of entry for the OFC. We share a community commitment with you. You read it over. If it resonates with you and you're interested in becoming a member of the community, you're welcome to do so. You just fill out the community commitment. Once we get the information, then we'll create a profile for you and we'll set up your platform, and then we'll have a one-on-one discussion to go into a little more detail to ensure that we could serve your needs and the community is a good fit for you. To join as a business owner, it's $200 for the year, or you have a quarterly option or a biannual option. And we also offer partnerships, but partnerships a little bit different, but I'll explain it anyways. To become an affiliate, it's $500 for the year. You also have a biannual option for that as well. And as an affiliate, you're a partner of the organization, and we build with you as such. Also, if you're an individual and you want to participate within the community, you're welcome to do so as well. And it's $150 for the year, or $15 a month. And we also have the quarterly options for you as well. All right. So, and if you need any more information, do not hesitate, reach out. Phone number 514-651-4545. I'll repeat that one more time, 514-651-4545. Or you could email us at ofcwecare@gmail.com. So I got to give some context here as I'm about to introduce Dr. Joan. And it is for years. So we've been around for about 13 years, and we've been working at building community, strengthening community, and really, like we said, working on building a foundation for our future generation. What we've come to realize is that as we're building, as a community, we have certain challenges, certain obstacles that we go through, and a lot of them are trauma-based. So if we're going to be true to building a solid foundation, it's really important that we resolve those things so that as we're growing as a community, one, we don't subconsciously or by mistake hand off some of these traumas to our children or our next generations. It's better that we take the time now to resolve it. So that's really why we're glad to be able to have this collaboration with Dr. Joan. We're glad to be able to have her as a part of the community, and we're glad to be able to develop these programs. So I don't want to say any more. I want to just give her the floor and have her introduce herself and present to you guys. And then at the end, we'll have some Q&A. All right, Dr. Joan, the floor is yours. Oh, wait, are you on mute? I think you're on mute. Wait, no, it doesn't seem like you're on mute. I'm just not hearing you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Awesome. Thank you, Queen.
It is wonderful to be here with you all. Thank you for having me, Pharaoh. And guys, good to see you. Yeah, so if I'm to introduce myself, I would say I have many faces. I am a psychotherapist, and have just transitioned the business from the individual focus to now empowering those who come to see me or who would interact with me, empowering them by teaching them the method that I use to work on them. And so one of the things that I think is most useful for us is to not, as psychotherapists, hold the knowledge, but to actually pass it on and make it quite natural for people to do the daily work of working on themselves. Loved that book that was read. Absolutely everything he says about identity is the key to really resolving the many issues that we face as a group and as a people. So when we experience traumas, what happens is we form these identities that have embedded beliefs, and some of those identities are subverted, so you don't actually know that they're there. Then you can have partial identities, so they show up every once in a while in a very shifty kind of way, and then you can have full-blown other identities. Like, you know, sometimes when you react a certain way, and you're like, how did that just happen? You know, like, who was that? And why can't I stop being that, you know? So I love the fact that he talks about becoming. So my company is called Becoming. And and the method that I use is called the Becoming Method, right? And so the place where I focus and as I teach is Mahatma Gandhi. He makes this very pure statement about how our beliefs guide us to a destination. And he says, what you believe becomes your thoughts, and what you think becomes the words that you use, and the words that you use, then they become your action. Your actions become your habits, and then your habits, they form your values, and what you value brings you to a destination. So right from belief all the way to destination, right? And so that idea of being the thing that you want to see, it literally can evolve very quickly. You just need to know how to get there. And I'm one of those people, I feel that I need to infuse my knowledge so that you have that same knowledge. And every day you can get up and you can ask yourself 7 questions. And the thing that's identified, you can work on that particular thing. And then once you work on it, it smooths out. Now you'll have to practice, because that's what habits mean. You have to repeat it, right? But once you know it, you work on it, and then it smooths out that identity, eventually leaves it out altogether. I'm a speaker as well. And one of the things that I'm speaking about now is the National Healing Journey. And that is a call for every member of the African nation, the African diaspora, to go on an individual trauma recovery journey. In addition to that, for us to recognize that we're interconnected, and that because of our traumas, we are often quite disconnected within ourselves, but we're also disconnected with one another. So I'm also calling for, or the National Healing Journey is calling for us to go on communal healing journeys. So some of us experience domestic violence. Jenielle, I loved what you had to say, and I want us to connect as well, because I think, you know, we have like a shared vision, and I believe that when we have a shared vision, we should come together. And as we come together, then we can see what parts we are to play. I know in this journey, I can't play every part, but it's about finding those people who are ready to play the game and to play it really well. So, you know, if anyone who's listening to me, if you have that desire to connect with me, listen to the inclination and connect with me afterwards. I'd love to just do that. So I talk about trauma recovery. My background is nursing. After nursing, I have a PhD in mental health promotion. After nursing, I became a psychotherapist, and I'm on a trajectory to end trauma responses amongst us as a people. That's my entire human journey. And if I can fulfill that when I die, open my eyes on the other side, you know, I'll get the well done, good and faithful servant. That's my desire, right? And so as I continue, what I talk about also is I speak to nurses. And so one of the journeys that I'm also on is for nurses within my network and within all of Ontario for sure now. I want to teach them the method and give them a tool that they can then use to go into psychotherapy. Nurses were legitimized as RN psychotherapists probably about 4 or 5 years ago, but most of us have to leave the profession in order to learn psychotherapy. So with the method I've developed, I now want to teach nurses how to use that. And I want to teach Black nurses how to use it so that they can then work with our community. Everything is about the melanated dominant population, right? And so I am also a business therapist. I'm going to say not business coach. I'm going to say business therapist. I will go into organizations, very toxic organizations at that. And I will help them to identify those individuals that are most traumatized. We're all traumatized, but I will help them to identify who's the most traumatized within the group. I will work with those individuals first. Then I work with the other members of the group, but then we get the group to cohesively now become sensitive to one another and work well together. So I've gone into environments where, you know, people can hardly look at one another. And then by the time we move through the becoming process, they recognize, hey, I got to look at myself first. And then once they do that, then they stop blaming, shaming. They actually look at the thing that they're supposed to do. And then they can heal. And as they heal, they can then focus on the next thing. Do I belong here? or should I go? So the people who need to go, go. The people who belong, stay. They amplify the things that they do, and you see this community of excellence begins to arise. What else can I say? I'm an author. I wrote the book 490, Forgive and Live Fearlessly. Forgiveness is the key. And so I talk about many other things, including our beliefs, but forgiveness done in a conscious way, which is one of the 7 methods that I choose to teach. Forgiveness done in a very conscious way will show us the hidden beliefs and the hidden partial identities, the sub-identities that are present, and allow us to release them. So I wrote that book, used my own story to kind of teach the forgiveness method. In that book, I'm also the author of Forgive, Master the Art of Letting Go, which is a 40-day, I call it the ultimate forgiveness journal. And so people who move through that are like, they experience such a change. Have I gone too long in terms of my introduction? I just thought I would give like a full overview.
Well, no, and because the last thing you didn't mention your podcast, and then after that, then you're good with your intro part, and we could
right. Like I said, many faces. So I am the host of a podcast. It's called Hey, I'm Listening. And so on that podcast, I invite the healers in our community to come forward. And when I talk about healing, I want you to think about it holistically. So poverty is kind of like the wound that most of us have. Poverty in terms of emotions, poverty in terms of connectedness, poverty in terms of economics, poverty in terms of, you know, whatever all of those elements are that we want to do well in life with. So, you know, as I am on Hey, I'm Listening, and as I invite my guests, I invite them from the Black community. So all the guests are Black or melanated, let's say. And so they come and they talk about their healing journey. They talk about the things that they've discovered while they healed themselves or others helped them to heal. And then they talk about how purpose came alive, and then the thing that they're now here to build. So any of you who are here and think that you have something to say to the community, I'd welcome you to come on to Hey, I'm Listening as well. You can find me at drjoan.ca. The podcast is there, as well as there's a blog that links what the interviews are linked to a blog as well. And so that's kind of a really nice thing for our guests to also experience. It highlights them and the topics that they have to offer.
Awesome. Great intro. Now we know you, we got the background. Can we talk a bit about the program now?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I developed a theoretical framework called Smashing the Mirror. And I'll say that I co-created it with a lady named Candace Blakely. I never met Candace, and she's been dead probably about 25 years or so. I discovered her method, which was new decision therapy, but had no theoretical underpinnings to understanding how it all fit together. And then moved through a 7-year journey of unpacking it and then putting it back together. And that became the Becoming Method. So now what I'm doing with OFC and Pharaoh is we are bringing that method to the community and encouraging the community come out, learn the method, and then move through your own trauma recovery journey. Now, don't get me wrong, some of our traumatic experiences we have to do with other people. So we do need the expertise. Even I have needed a therapist in order to move through my own traumatic experiences. But for the most part, once I've moved you through, you know, looking at 3 different elements of your traumatic experiences, then you can walk the rest of the journey and move through what I call a transformation process and become that fearless individual that you were to be. You then begin to live in your true nature, and you identify your purpose, and you pursue that with a vigor and, you know, energy that can't hardly be described. And so I want everybody to experience that. And so Pharaoh and I met at a conference, the OBNL conference in Montreal, and we started chatting about how could we collaborate with one another. We have a joint mission. The mission is peace. The mission is remembrance of who we are. And so how can we make sure that happens? And so one of the important and essential elements for remembering who we are, remembering our true identity, living fearlessly, picking up that thing that we're supposed to do, hold it and be empowered by it, and then, you know, in a very powerful way, pursue it and achieve it, that thing becomes available to us as we heal and then transform. So we want to partner together in order to present this to the community, and then encourage everyone to learn the method. And then beyond that, we want to certify individuals within the community who have a natural knack for healing work. So you're going to know if you have a natural knack for healing work. If you are compassionate, that means you can step inside the shoes of another person as they're speaking. You can almost experience what they're talking about. And as you experience what they're talking about, you're then able to become an observer and show them things that they would not normally see on their own. That's how I would describe a natural healer. Other people can learn how to become healers. As you develop your own compassion for yourself as you heal, you will naturally step into a healing space. By the way, we're all healers. So I want to let you know there are economic healers, there are social healers, there are the people who heal people, and there are the people who heal the environment. So whatever type of healer you are, it means you eventually discover that and then you step into that space. Healing is just about repairing and recovering. And so as a community, we're in a phase, a pretty pivotal phase, where we can make a substantial difference over the next 30 years in terms of what our world looks like for the children who are coming, right? And so we all have a pivotal part to play, no matter what part that is. The important thing is for you to know what part you are playing. It's important that you also know what the game is that you are playing. You position yourself well, you have the tools that you need in order to get there, and then you propel yourself forward. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a certificate program that's going to run for about 12 months. It then prepares the healers. And then the next thing we're doing is truth, forgiveness, and reconciliation conferences, workshops, ceremonies. You can describe them in a number of different ways. But essentially what we want to do is we want to have the community come together. For example, Black women who've experienced domestic violence. We bring them into a room, and you can imagine it over 3 days. The first day we talk about what is the truth about our experience, you know, what have we experienced? Who have we experienced it? Why have we experienced it? You know, think about the patterns that have been established within the African community and the diaspora, simply because of the enslavement experience and other things that have happened. So we talk about history. We implant some new knowledge that people aren't usually aware of. Then we move into the place of conscious forgiveness. This is where we're making it very clear as to the ways we've been impacted, and then we're choosing to forgive by looking first at the person who harmed us, but then we forgive ourselves for doing exactly the same thing. And this is where the subpersonalities, partial personalities, and those subverting identities, that's where we make them known to us. We turn the lights on and expose them. Then on the third day, what we do is we move through a reconciliation process. Reconciliation is with ourselves first. So as a nation, we as a people need to reconcile with ourselves. That means we return to ourselves. It means we begin to love ourselves. It means we then turn and we can connect with others, right? Connection is our biggest challenge. So this process that we're moving through, or this partnership that we're developing, is about bringing us communally into a place of unity. And we do that through truth, forgiveness, and reconciliation. So you'll hear us talk, or you'll hear talk about the programs that are coming. We'll be setting those up very quickly. And then as we set them up, we'll roll out the individual, come and learn how to heal yourself and how to heal others. Then we'll set up within the next 12 months, or even 6 to 8 months, the next phase, which is the certification programs. And you'll hear us talk about that when that happens.
Amazing. There's a lot of information. You got it all in, and there's tons of other things that I want to bring up, but I'm also looking at the time, and I want to give the opportunity for people to ask questions. And I'm going to share my screen just so you guys can see what the booklet looks like. Because this is something we could share, right, Dr. Jones?
Is that the healing
journey booklet?
Yep.
Great. So if anybody who has not gotten access to this would like it, you could send us an email. You can put it in the chat. We'll make it a point to send it to you. And it really breaks down the national healing journey and the steps. It explains what the whole purpose is, what it's about in the background. One of the things that stood out to me, just very loud and clear, when I heard Dr. Jones speak for the first time, is the understanding that we're all traumatized, and we're holding trauma from past generations as well. And trauma could be stored in different parts of your body. All these things were just mind-blowing information, but it was something that we didn't know consciously, but it's like we could see the results of it, right? So it's like we didn't understand what was happening, but based on the way that our community is so fragmented and broken, and how at times we have challenges with just communicating with each other as a community and building together, it's because at our root we're all suffering from a certain level of trauma. So our goal with this collaboration is to create these like focus groups with people within the community to give one space for us to be able to discuss and start to heal, and to see from within our community who are the healers, who are people who are interested in doing this, who are the people that can serve as a lead. And I specifically started reaching out to some of the brothers in the community, and I thank you guys for heeding the call and for being here, because we also kind of want to change our paradigm by getting more men to take the lead. And mad love to the women and stuff out there, like we always appreciate you guys, but it is we would really like men to take a lead in this healing journey, because it's something we've discussed as a collective and within some of our groups, that it would be extremely empowering for our community to see men taking a lead in being healed. And it would be a great example to show other young men who are coming up, and some of this and sisters and stuff as well. But that's why I specifically made it a point to reach out to a lot of the brothers within the community, because it's really important to have you guys as leads within this initiative. So I want to now give you guys an opportunity for those who might have any questions. I'll stop the share real quick. You could just raise your hand if you have any questions. Is that Sita, did you have a question? Oh, you did. Yes, absolutely. Oh, yes, Brother Crest. And okay, yeah, everyone who's asking for a copy of the book, I will take it from the chat, and I will make it a point to get it to you after our session or tomorrow. You will get it. Brother Crest, the floor is yours, and then Sister I know you're next.
Good, thanks.
And if we could keep the question short, sorry guys, or if you guys don't mind, now I'm usually a stickler for time, right? So I usually cut our meetings at 10:30 sharp. Now in this case, I do want to give everybody an opportunity to ask the questions that you might have. So if you guys are okay, then I'll give us an additional 5 to 10 minutes max, if you guys are okay with that. I don't see any complaints, so I'm going to take that as all right. Okay, Brother Crest, the floor is yours, and Sister I know you're after.
Wonderful. Give thanks, sister. Just 2 quick points then, because this could definitely is your idea. I am also, my previous employment before I came into real estate was at CMHA Toronto, the Canadian Mental Health Association, Toronto. And I'm also founding member of, I'm the only founding member who's left and still with the group of they call it the Black 365. So this is the Black group within CMHA Toronto.
Yeah.
So I definitely would love to connect with you. Is your contact information in that?
Yes. You know what? I'll drop it in again. I'll put my cell phone number. You can text me on WhatsApp, or you can call me. Feel comfortable to do that. I know some people get uncomfortable, but feel comfortable to reach out. I'm quite personable, right?
yeah, you are. That's why you're part of the OFC. That's how we get down. This is great, and this is why we're doing this, Brother Crest. So thank you, and I'm glad that's. I reached out to you because you had told me you do a couple of things within the community like that, and I felt it would be awesome to have you here. So thank you for heeding the call, for being present.
Yes.
Okay, Sister, Brother Crest, did you finish your point? Sorry, before I cut you and go to the next. Are you okay?
Okay. Yes, awesome. Thank you.
Perfect. Good, thanks. Sister, I know the floor is yours, Queen.
Thank you very much for what you brought to us today. I would like to know, is it only for nurses you doing it, or other people that in the branch of working with health, with
Absolutely.
the community?
Open to anyone. As I mentioned, my background is nursing, and there's a gap there that I want to fill within that profession. But it's absolutely open to those who would consider themselves advocates, community mobilizers, people who would call themselves a good listener, a healer. If you've never used the term healer, it's something that I think we can get used to. It's a term that's going to become commonplace as we move forward. So if you consider yourself one of those healers, then yeah, more than welcome.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Well, Brother Paul, I think I saw your question in the chat. Oh, wait, hold on. Certification and cost. Okay.
Yeah. So level 1 of the certification is going to cost $3,000. Once you become a level 1 is the beginning. You'll have to do some personal healing work and then get ready for the next phase. About 6 months later, we'll offer level 2. Level 2 is going to cost the same. And we're trying to figure out how we can get some monies to subsidize what this is going to cost. Right now, we're very kind of labor heavy. So now we're trying to figure out, okay, so who can we get to sponsor us to subsidize some of this? So until then, it's about $3,000 for each level. So level 2, you're going to do some coursework. So 6 courses altogether. And then at level 3, what you're doing is supervision work. So that means you're actually then providing the service that you've just learned about. You're providing it to 12 clients up to 7 times. And you're then writing reports, some reflective notes. You're going to learn how to, report in a way that would be prescribed by some of the psychotherapy bodies that are out there. For folks who are not designated professionals like social workers, nurses, occupational therapists, those sorts of things, they won't have a credential that you can call yourself a psychotherapist. So what you'll have to then do is perhaps call yourself like community healer, community coach, health coach, or something like that. And you can use that banner to then, literally practice. You can also then make a living from this. There's lots of health coaches out there, and there's some of them are, supervised in some way, and most of them aren't. So we can use that title and then support you as you practice as well.
Thank you for clarifying that. And guys, I want to just put a little focus on that right there, because again, as you guys know, healing within the community is something that a lot of us need. And it has come up a lot in focus groups that I've been in different community organizations as well, that there's not enough professionals in the industry to help heal our community. So I'm really excited about this program. I'm excited for this opportunity to help the community to help the community to heal, also to create more healers in the community. And then there's also just the economic empowerment, because now as a healer, you're serving the needs and helping to heal our community, but you're now able to earn an income by doing it. So this is really like how we build that economic foundation, a real foundation for our community moving forward. So I'm really, really excited about this op. So now,
yeah, and the other thing I should add to that is we're dealing with a system that often treats us in a very, there's no other way to say it. It's a colonized way, and a colonized way of understanding who people are. And so if we begin to, go back to our roots, which is we heal one another, we understand that. We heal one another. And so if we can then have this Afrocentric view that comes into our practice, which is one of the courses you'll take is going to move us into that Afrocentric space, right? We move, we heal, our being is embedded in community. And so that's an important thing that we want to take forward. And it's something that we're going to advocate for. So one of the things you'll see about the National Healing Journey is it thinks high, and then it also thinks at that practical level. So one of the things that we want to approach the government with is recognizing certain things and advocating, even with Sun Life and some of these places that would not normally, accept even nurses as psychotherapists. that we want to advocate for the community to have access to Afrocentric care that is covered by insurances. So, those are spaces that we're gonna go into, and we need all the help that we can in order to get there.
Thank you for saying that, because that is, again, guys, this is the power of community. So the call that we have for people when becoming members of the community, once you join the OFC, you're basically, you're showing that you're in support of this. You're saying that you're a part of this movement. And once you identify and you said you'd like to take part in these focus groups, again, it helps us to brainstorm and to build and to heal as a collective. And even like Dr. Jones just mentioned, we're actively working to see how we can help to offset the cost of these programs for you all in terms of members of the community. So again, these are the advantages of being a part of the OFC community, and just understand that we're here to build for you as you're here building for us as a community as well. So looking at the time, I do want to, I'm already 6 minutes past, so I'm getting kind of antsy. Is there anything, do we have any final questions? All right, now is your op. If not.
Okay, I'm sorry. So, sorry, I'm so sorry.
No problem, don't apologize, go ahead, brother.
So basically, getting certified here with this program, we will still be petitioning for insurance companies to recognize our certification so that we can treat people and have them and give receipts for insurance. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay. Because that was one of the biggest things in getting certification. It's like you're getting certification on something that, for example, I may study it, but I may not agree with it. I may not believe it. I may not want to implement it into the practice because I know that it's not really engineered for really treating the persons that I'm treating.
Right.
So it was a big problem.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're glad to be able to help with that. You got a problem, we have solutions for the problem. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. So now, so Dr. Jones, I thank you so much. Again, thank you for being a part of the OFC. I'm always grateful to the universe for just creating these connections and these opportunities. Like I said, everybody knows I feel like I'm the Morpheus. I've been telling people you're Neo. So we are here to change the planet. Like, guys, I'm excited. I don't know how else to say it, but I really feel that we're in a situation right now where collectively we can change the world. And I know that sounds like a big undertaking, but to me, it's not that big. I really think we have enough resources, enough tools. We could take Brother Randy's show, get it to millions of viewers, and just embed positive messages through it and make it happen, right? Like this is how the power of community works. We are people in all different walks of life doing different things, but working together with a common goal, we can make it happen. Dr. Jones, do you have any last things to say before I close out?
Well, just even referring to Randy, I think one of the things that, like everybody is a part of this, and I cannot emphasize this enough. You have a part to play in this healing journey. I don't do it alone. I lead it. I don't own it. But I have a certain, background and preparation that has just, helped me to have this placed in my hand. This is the gift that I've been given and told to pursue and do. So, but every single person within the nation, and I'm talking global nation, has a part to play here in the healing journey and the healing process. So even Randy, as you're talking about his podcast and all the things that he's doing, I want him to think about how can he use his good skills as a podcaster and all the other things that he does in terms of HR, and I think it was HR, right?
Randy has the show, children's show.
Oh, the children's show. Okay.
Yeah.
So even that, like, how do we get this kind of knowledge to children? How do we begin to infuse it into all of those spaces and how do we connect it so that we're all linked? That's kind of one of the questions that we're asking right now, and that we'll have to answer as we go forward.
Thank you. So guys, I hope you're just as excited as I am. If you're not a member of the OFC, I strongly encourage you to become one, because we're on the move. I've put the community commitment in the chat, so please copy it or fill it out. I'm looking forward to connecting with you. So I will close us up. Again, guys, I am grateful to life, I'm grateful to God, our creator, and I'm grateful to our ancestors for creating another opportunity for us to be able to get together and to build as a community. And I just ask that life just continue to bless each and every one of us, bless us individually, that we'll be able to continue to grow, bless our families, and well as bless our communities. Hotep, amen, and ashe, everybody. Thank you guys, and looking forward to connecting with you guys soon. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Okay, ciao.
Good night, everyone.